Over the years, shooters in the free-to-play department have come in varying qualities. Earlier on, before the 2010s, we had a plethora of modern military shooters like Combat Arms and Soldier Front, which at the time functioned as free alternatives to CS 1.6. While there were some other ones like S4 League and Guns Online that provided free but different experiences altogether, there wasn't much that was different from one or the other. Nowadays in the 2020s, we're not left wanting anymore. We have free-to-play games of all kinds. Roblox, FPS shooters and browser games have come full circle in moving on from the Flash era. You can find plenty of amazing online games for free now online, even without the use of an executable or an install. The one I'll be talking about today is krunker.io. Krunker.io is a browser-based multiplayer shooter that has a number of different components put together. You have a graphical art style that's reminiscent of Minecraft or other voxel-based games. Then you have the classes and kill streaks from Call of Duty, providing an arcade aim-down feel. And finally, the fast and frantic movement of Quake. On the 20th of May 2018, it came out in open beta, and its continual development and feedback from its community eventually led to its full release on the 29th of January 2019. It's grown into a fairly popular browser shooter ever since, and where I'm from, people play it. Quite a few of them actually, even at the local libraries, since this game is so easy to run. The way it was developed, it was made to be playable on even the oldest of machines. Maybe not DOS or anything like that, but anything with decent hardware will do the job. And that was part of its appeal, accessibility, even to the point of playing directly on the browser, with a whole range of features. The game has a level of customization that's nearly unmatched in other multiplayer games. You can cover everything from UI, models, texture, FOV, crosshairs, and more, and that's not even scratching the surface. And while it's an expected feature in a lot of multiplayer games, Krunker gives you total control of your overall experience just through the options, while still being a fair and fun experience. The modding scene is wild, and the custom game scene gives you a ton of content that's regularly played. I wish a lot of multiplayer games gave you the same sense of freedom that this game does. While the extensive options and modding capability is nice and all, the real meat and potatoes is in the gameplay experience. At first glance, it feels somewhat basic. You can jump, crouch, aim like in Call of Duty, which is to be expected in any shooter at this point. When I started playing it, that's how I did it too. It wasn't until I came across players who were moving at incredible speeds, making aiming at them nearly impossible. Then I realized that there was another layer of hidden depth that's regularly seen at a higher level of play. It wasn't always like this though. The creators of this game noticed the best players pushing the game's movement to its limits, so much so that they actually embraced this new style of play that's now pretty much in every match you can think of. And this is where the Quake analogy comes in. Quake's movement is really fast and frantic, and in Krunker, there'll come a point where it's more about being able to read your opponent's movement rather than their precision. The inclusion of advanced movement mechanics like B-hopping, B-sliding, shotgun jumping, and rocket jumping, Krunker creates a bridge between Quake and Call of Duty style gameplay that actually works really well, coupled with the Counter-Strike inspired maps and Minecraft low-spec graphics. You have a very easy to run and easy to get into shooter with multiple layers of skill ceilings to reach. How difficult is it to get into? Well, the thing is, most of the sessions can be pretty sweaty. A lot of players tend to move really fast, which can be disheartening for newcomers. But if you come from a Quake background, then the velocity that the game can reach to won't faze you. If you're really good, however, you can often get accused of cheating. The accusation in itself is a very common thing in this game, unfortunately. I've had heaps of games where I've dominated, and other times where I've been genuinely outplayed. Like I said, once you master the advanced movement mechanics, you'll be flying all over the place. The game also houses a competitive scene, and had just recently been integrated into Faceit as from last year, a client for sweaty players who want to get serious and get more into the competitive scene. People who come from CSGO will know about this client, but you can also play it casually too if you wish, which is what I do anyway since I don't personally have any desire to commit to a pro scene of any kind. I do, however, keep tabs on the matches that come about, especially on Faceit, where you see a lot of insane plays at hand. Krunker.io is a very low spec, highly customizable and all around fun game to play. It's free and has consistent feedback between the developers and its community. In terms of browser shooters where they've gone above and beyond nowadays, this is part of the top tier, and you'll be hard pressed to find anything better. And it also has a fair free-to-play model, allowing you to buy in-game cosmetics and a marketplace to bid for skins. Anyone obsessed with knife skins from CSGO, or any other game like Valorant will feel right at home on this one. For a browser-based shooter, Krunker is amazing, and it has a great balance of Call of Duty gunplay and Quake-style movement. Matches are quick and easy to digest. The specs in this game are quite forgiving, and also houses a thriving community that's still ongoing to this day. If you're looking for a good fast-paced multiplayer game, give Krunker a try. Thank you for watching.